Hi everyone, my name's Freya and I'm a student at Miss G's Academy of Performing Arts. Today I'm doing a split tutorial for you. So you need to start by warming up. It is really key to make sure that you warm up before stretching because otherwise you could really hurt your muscles. So here I'm just running, jogging on the spot. I'm just doing this for about a minute and then I move on to star jumps. I do about 20 of these. So here I'm just doing some jump lunges. These really warm up my legs as they're the thing we're going to be stretching. I do about 20 of these. Make sure when you do jump lunges that you're in a good jazz form. Here I'm just doing some jump squats, so the same sort of thing, so they're just warming up my legs. Make sure that you keep your back up in your squats and that your knees are going over your toes and they're not turning in. Finally, I'm just doing these really high knees just to warm my hips and legs even more. Here I'm just rolling down through my spine into my legs. I do about 20 of these and this is just a little pre-stretch. It's not supposed to be really harsh. I'm not pulling in on my legs and it's just supposed to get my legs ready a little bit more. So here I'm just rolling down, grabbing onto one leg, pulling myself in and then doing on the other side. This is a bit more of an intense stretch than the last one, but less of a stretch than the next ones we're going to do. And then I also take my hands off the floor and hold onto my elbows and rock back and forwards. The gravity will pull my body in more and give myself more of a stretch. Don't worry if you can't go all the way down, just go as far as you can and do what you can. So now we're moving on to the more intense stretches. Start with a lunge. You can keep your hands on the floor if you want to, but if you take them off it will give you more of an intense stretch. It will really stretch down the front of your leg and your hip flexor. I then put my leg on the floor and I really push into that. I really try and push my hip forward to get more of an intense stretch. I then do this on the other side. Make sure that your legs or your hips are not twisted, your feet are facing the same direction and your front leg is at a 90-degree angle. You don't want to go over, otherwise it won't give you the proper stretch. Do this stretch for about 20 seconds on each side. I do 20 seconds with my leg up and then 20 seconds with my leg down. I'm now moving on to stretch my hamstrings, my calves and all down the back of my leg. I'm reaching up and over, making sure not to twist my hips because it's a big mistake a lot of people make. It won't give you the proper stretch you need. I'm also pulling up the front of my foot to flex it to give me a deeper stretch down the back of my leg. I do this on both sides, making sure the aim is to keep your belly and flat on your leg, but just go as far as you can. Try and keep it straight back, and you can also sit on your leg and pull your leg in and do that as well. I'm now going to do a lunge again, but this time I'm turning my front foot out as much as I can. This gives you a big stretch. If it's too much for you, maybe just go back to normal stretch or do it and don't go down as far. I do this on both legs and holding for about 20 seconds again. This gives you a big stretch all up your glute and the back of your leg, and it's a really good deep stretch. I'm now going to be moving on to the actual splits. Only go as far as you can and don't worry about everyone else. If you can go all the way down, that's great. If you can't, don't worry, just go as far as you can. If you can go all the way down, then take your arms off, and if you can do that, also pick up your back leg. Make sure that your knees are in the right alignment, so your front knee should be facing upwards, and do that on both sides because you need to make sure that you stretch both legs equally. I also put I twist my arms around to make sure that my hips are in the right direction, and it also gives me a bit more of a deeper stretch. After you've mastered your split, you can then go into things like over splits. Here's a picture of me using a chair for an oversplit. You don't have to go as high as this, it can be really small. You can use a pillow and build it up. Only go as far as you can. This is also a picture of me pulling my back leg in for a deeper stretch. I like this one a lot. Here is Sarah demonstrating a leg hold. She then pulls her leg even further back and pushes her hips forward for an even deeper stretch. Things like splits really help with leg holds. Here are some more pictures of our students doing leg holds. Like I said, splits really help to be able to pull your leg up and hold it there. So if you want to be able to get a really good leg hold, split stretches are really, really good for that. Also recommend split stretches for things like needles and putting your back leg up like Charlotte's doing here. It's basically a vertical split, so and this is what I'm doing here. So split stretches are really good for moves like these. Big one that splits help with is kicks, as I'm doing here. The more split you have, the higher your leg will go. Another thing that splits are really helpful for leaps, like Drew is doing here, is basically a horizontal split in the air. So if you really want to have a really flat split in the air, you need to be able to have a really good split on the ground first. So split stretches will be really helpful if you want to improve your things like leaps as well. Just remember not to overwork your body, not to stretch too much, but do be consistent with your split stretches to be able to get them. I hope this has helped you on some tips how to get your front split. Don't give up, because I believe that you can do it, and if you're there one day and not the next, don't worry, that does happen sometimes. Just keep going and eventually you'll get it consistently. This video is on how to get your front split. You also have your box split, which involves different types of stretches, so let us know if you want to see those as well to help you get your box split. I hope this has helped you on how to get your front split. Please go and watch all our other videos on our YouTube channel and subscribe, and go and follow us on Instagram at Miss G's Dance. Can't wait to see all your photos of your splits. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon. Bye.